Today we're talking the Fender Telecaster Deluxe and trying to answer, is it really deluxe or is it just a couple more debucks? Let's find out. How's it going, you guys? My name is Cooper Greenberg here at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers, and you guys have really helped us thus far reaching those numbers. So please subscribe, and we thank you for your support on that front. And like I said, today we're checking out the American Pro 2 Telecaster Deluxe. I'm super excited to do this one because, as you might have seen, we did a Telecaster video for the American Pro 2 rollout a while back, but we finally got one of these in, and I think in a way they're kind of this underrated kind of hidden gem because a lot of people just go for the classic Tele, but this is a Tele with humbuckers and it is deluxe. So worth comparing to the other American Professional Tele, which we're going to take a look at today, and just kind of hear the sound differences, look at some difference of the specs, and then also do kind of a comparison that I think is necessary, maybe look at a Gibson Les Paul, something that you might associate with two humbuckers like these and see how they differ in sound, because this is kind of that Goldilocks sweet spot of an electric guitar where you can get the Fender snap, but some of the thickness of a humbucker. So like I said, we got the Tele Deluxe here. This is in Mystic Surf Green, MSG, because it's tasty, won't give you a headache, that's a myth. And it's got these two Fender V-Mod 2, like we've seen in the rest of the American Pro 2 series. These are V-Mod 2 double tap humbuckers. So the double tap is kind of the Shaw mastermind design for a humbucker, where if you use this push-push knob down here and you split that coil, which the knobs on these give you the capability to do on each of the tone knobs for both pickups, you don't lose any volume. So that's really cool. You're going from humbucker thickness to the kind of classic Tele snap and twang. You're not going to lose the volume that you might expect to with, other tapped humbuckers. It's got the compensated brass saddles that the other Telecaster has, which are great. But as you can see, because of the space that the humbucker takes up, the bridge on the Tele Deluxe is kind of cut in half. So you can see as a comparison here, the length of that bridge is about half on this one. Looks really sharp. And as we saw on the American Pro 2 Telecaster, this you can do a string through load or you can do a top load, which is really cool. A lot of people just prefer that top load bridge. Maybe gives a little reduced tension, mellows out that snappiness a little bit. And another thing that's worth pointing out, I'll bring this one back. This one does not have a belly contour carve, while this one does. So it adds a little comfort there. I've got a Telecaster with the carve. I got a Telecaster without the carve. One of those is a limited edition. The limited edition has the carve. It's just more comfortable. It gives you a little more of that kind of Strat contoured feel. And we did a video recently between Strats and Teles. We talked a lot about the most comfortable guitar, think about Les Pauls versus Stratocasters. The Strat has that comfort level because of all the contours of that body. So this really gives you that kind of capability. If you got a gut, like sometimes I do after lunch at Alamo Music, shout out to Sings, it might be a little more comfortable for you. As you can see also, this thing has got the kind of homage to the 70s with the Telecaster Deluxe big Fender headstock, which is just a really cool look, makes it seem a little more vintage vibe, even though obviously it's a very modern looking guitar. And like the rest of the American Pro 2, as you come to expect, this has got this supernatural satin finish, ultra rolled fret edges. And we've talked a lot about it. This is just kind of like a professional's guitar. This is all the comforts and kind of accessibility, the great sound that we've come to expect from the V-Mod 2 pickups. But just a little extra flavor. You get the Telecaster with the humbuckers, kind of combining all those tones, and you can really get some thickness, some girth. And before we go into the demos, I want to point something out that I was talking with our Fender rep Eric this morning about these humbuckers. Now they kind of look as very similar to the original Fender wide range humbuckers, but think about a Les Paul, think about an SG humbucker, very classic PAF style. You're going to see the 6 poles of the humbucker in a straight line. But these Fender humbuckers, just like the wide range, the V-Mod 2s have these offset poles. And what I want you to listen for in the demos is if that pole position, you have your low 3 strings a little, pushed more towards the neck position, and your top 3 strings pushed towards the bridge position. And the way Eric put it today, he said we're keeping the lows low and the highs high. So it's almost like in a Stratocaster, you see that angled pickup. You're going to get some, whether it's just lore and myth, or whether you can really hear the difference. The position of those poles is going to pick up a different area of the string. You're going to hear some tonality difference. So if you're looking, this is a Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s. You can see that those poles are all in a line. These are offset poles. Maybe just listen up, when I get to that point in the demo, see if you can hear the difference, because, it's kind of a cool nod to just extra tone capabilities. You're keeping the lows low and the highs high. So let's see if we can hear it, and we'll talk about it at the end. So there you have it. There's some sound demos, kind of some examples of what these guitars can do. Obviously, you've heard this one before in our demo in the previous video. We'll link to that above. But I will reiterate that on this one, that special push-push switch when you're in the middle position gives you the two pickups in series. So you pick up a little bit of that humbucker flavor. It's that in-between, both pickup sound that you expect from a Telecaster. This one, set up very much like a Les Paul, that you've come to kind of expect two individual volume knobs, two individual tone knobs, and the push-push on here gives you a coil split. So you can do single coils, you can blend them. Very cool kind of difference here. Both of them have the contoured heel on the back. They feel very similar. I think that this belly carve kind of pushes this one over the edge for me just because it's extremely comfortable. And both of these guitars kind of showcase some of the really cool new colors from Fender, the American Pro 2 line. Mystic Surf Green, that one's the Miami Blue. I really wanted to find one of the Mercury Burst to do in the demo. We just haven't been able to keep them in. But that's a very cool color. The Dark Knight's an extremely cool color. So check them out on our website. We're getting shipments in all the time if there's a special color that you have in mind. This one does come in, I think, 6 colors. It might even come in the color that Jamie Lee Curtis plays in Freaky Friday, Tele Deluxe, which is my personal favorite movie of all time. But all in all, I think that the Tele Deluxe, it is, like I said in the intro, a couple more $10, but I think that difference is about $50. So as always, we're hesitant to name exact prices, but at the time of filming this video, the American Pro 2 Tele regular retails at $14.99. This one retails at $15.49. So you're paying $50 extra for a couple beautiful sounding humbuckers and still the capabilities of getting the single coil sound that you want from a Tele, and being able to get cool blended tones. You can go humbucker in the neck position, single coil down on the bridge, add the Tele snap, but a little bit of maybe more Gibson kind of vibe with your rhythm. I'm a big fan of the Telecaster. I'm a big fan of Les Paul. I think if I was choosing between these three, it's kind of a no-brainer for me to go with this one because it kind of combines all of these great things. And I'm not insinuating that this is a new design of guitar. The Tele Deluxe has been around for a very long time. But I think it's really cool that they included it in the series because you kind of be lonely with just a regular Tele. There's no humbuckers in the American Professional Series. What are you going to do? So Tele Deluxe, beautiful guitar. I urge you to check out our website and learn more about it, see what finishes that we've got in, and also check out the rest of our demos on the American Pro 2 series because they really created something special with bringing up the more boutique-y features that you expect from the Ultra line, but kind of bringing it to a more affordable kind of flagship line of the American Pro 2. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the demos. Let us know down below what you think of the guitars. If you have a hard preference between the Deluxe or the regular one or Les Paul, we're all different. And please remember to like the video, subscribe, turn your notifications on because we've got a lot of cool stuff coming out and we'd love for you guys to see it. Thank you for watching.